Oh, today there is no other way. Or we qualify to Champions League, or we qualify to Champions League. Today we must beat Salernitana in our home. I want at the end of the game, I want at the triple whistle to see the players shaking hands and saying, yes, we qualify to Champions League. I don't want to be here in the post-game live waiting for Atalanta, Roma to understand it maybe yes or no because of the other ones we qualify to Champions League. I don't want to receive that ticket because of the other ones. I want to take that ticket because of ourselves, because we need and we have all the possibilities to win against Salernitana this evening. That's what I want to do. I want that after the game we are all here on the channel in the post-game live to say congratulations, to start thinking ahead, to start thinking and planning the future of Juventus that can start today. We just need to activate it, and enough of waiting. I don't want to be here after the Coppa Italia hoping to beat Bologna or maybe the last game. That's absolutely not planned today. We just need to do one thing: beating Salernitana and then celebrating here. Of course, it will not be a celebration like we win the Champions League. Of course, it will not be the same celebration as we win the Scudetto. But today we will have to celebrate the ticket. And then we open the chapter about how we qualify to Champions League. Because, of course, if you're looking at that second round, it's absolutely unacceptable. So, maximum of like if you didn't, please continue to subscribe. We know it. We are not having a lot of time. The season is about to end. End of the month is over. And we still didn't reach the 30,000 Juventini. We are at 29,400. So we are missing 600 Juventini. We can do it. I believe we can do it. And maybe, who knows, maybe today, with the qualification pass, we can already increase, going towards 29,500. Depends of you, of course, depends of me. So now we start with Juventus Salernitana, with all the things that we need to say. Also speaking, of course, about Max Allegri and the next possible coach. We need to do one thing this evening. I will not go towards tacticism, how to beat Salernitana. Ragazzi, we are speaking about a team that is already relegated. We are speaking about a team, if you're looking at the points that they made this season, it's a total disaster. So let's not speak about tacticism, speak about one thing. What the Juventus Next Gen did yesterday. Because they beat Pescara in the playoffs. And that's incredible, because in the beginning of the season they were fighting to avoid relegation. Had a lot of problems. They were able to fix them. To fix them entering towards the end of the season in the playoffs. They already beat the first game, playoff round 1, playoff round 2, and now we are starting to get things serious. Yesterday, fantastic. I was so happy for the boys, for the kids. Why? Half of the team I already interviewed. I have a special relationship. Look at the... No, I'm not sure if I will edit it. But anyway, think about it. Yesterday, a celebration of Sekulov that scored a goal. Savona next to him. Livano Comenencia. Fantastic. All these players I have a special relationship with. And all of them, they always told me one thing. Here. 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 The logo on the shirt. The heart that is bouncing on that logo. That's what we have to put today. Also with the first team. Tuttosport is saying what will happen next. Today, Juve. You play for the champions and you play for Calafiori. Because, as I told you, today we have the possibility winning to activate plan. We will come back on the coach in a second. We will come back on Giuntoli, his plan. One thing that I can guarantee you immediately, and I already told you weeks ago, Juventus has already the plans. The plans are ready. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. We already know what to do. We just don't know when. And hopefully we can do it today. Who can beat Salernitana today? Where the predicted lineups are Szczesny into the goal, Gatti, Bremer, Rugani. We know that De Sciglio, Danilo, Alexandro will not be called up. So it will be Rugani. Then Cambiaso on the right side. Weston McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic on the left. Dusan Vlahovic and Moiskin. I'm not sure if that will be the lineup 100%, but at least that's the predicted one. Why am I believing it? We know it. Chiesa and Yildiz could possibly start on the bench, and that's why you have a Kostic that has difficulties to play with someone like Chiesa on the left side, so it makes sense that Kostic start today. And then you will probably tell me, Beppe, why not Chiesa? Why not Yildiz? Well, both of them had a few problems. We already know that Yildiz missed the last game. He's there, he's on the bench. This time he will be called up, but that gastroenteritis virus went all over, and the players are not in 100% top form, and we want to rest them so that we can recuperate them for the next game of Coppa Italia. So that's why Moiskin starting next to Vlahovic can be a plan. Whoever, I don't want any excuse about the lineup or not lineup. I want to win today. Whoever plays today, we need to win today. Even maybe Thiago Jalot, that will probably not start, but yesterday we heard in the press conference of Max Allegri that said the guy could possibly have opportunities to play today. So no excuses anymore about he's ready, he's not ready, he has so many minutes or no minutes. Today we need to go immediately, winning already 3-0 at halftime against Salernitana, so that we can rotate and so that we can maybe see a Thiago Jalot, because I'm not sure if players will recuperate in defense for the game of Coppa Italia. So having a possibility of having a Thiago Jalot that already played a few minutes with Juventus will only be a benefit. Like Nicolussi Caviglia, that today will not start the game, but probably enter in the second half. If we see Nicolussi Caviglia entering in the second half, it also means that there the plan is clear. We know who will be the regista in Coppa Italia, but Coppa Italia we have time to speak about it. So let's go towards the second part of that video. Il mio futuro, my future. Abbiate un attimo di pazienza. Be a bit more patient. These are the words of Max Allegri yesterday in press conference. He also said, you were already so patient, so wait a bit more and then everything will be public, everything will be known. What is he speaking about? We don't know. In a way, because nothing is public, but we all know, and here on the channel you know it since months, since weeks, that we are repeating that the end of Max Allegri 2.0 is near, that I don't believe that he will continue next season, especially because we are listening to all the different journalists that are going towards one direction. Then you have doubts about who can be the next one, but about Max Allegri there is no one journalist that is saying Max Allegri will stay at Juventus. That could be the end of Juventus, and I believe that for Max Allegri and for Juventus, after that Coppa Italia game, I would make it public. If that's the decision that has been made by Giuntoli, that I believe again, and I repeat, has decided long time ago what will be the future for the bench of Juve, that after the Coppa Italia game, hopefully we'll win it, we can go with a post, we can say we won the Coppa Italia, this has been the last trophy of Max Allegri at Juventus because we stopped. For what reason? Because then you can go towards Bologna game, you can go towards Monza game without the hate that is surrounding the coach. Of course, you will not start to love him from one day to another if in your idea he's a person that you don't like, but at least you know already what is the future, and maybe we will avoid a lot of whistle. Maybe we can even applaud and say thank you for what you did, especially in Allegri 1.0. What about Allegri 2.0? He didn't work. Okay, that's it. Now we think about something else. So something else that can be Thiago Motta. And yesterday, a funny thing, when I saw him winning against Napoli 2-0, I saw him at a certain moment taking his jacket and throwing it on the ground. Well, guys, when we see these kind of things, the transformation is about to be complete. You know, when we are at 99% of the transformation, you just need that 1% that is, according to a lot of journalists like Pedula, only missing the signature. And that's the priority. Deciding, making it public about the future of our coach at the moment, then going and choosing the coach that will be, and then thinking about the Mercato, where, as I told you since so long, the big priority, the number one, the first one that you need to sign is and should be Calafiori. Calafiori that already found an agreement with Juventus for the 5 next year. Of course, after the qualification, then we will sit at the table with Bologna, that is also interested in some players from Juve, like Nicolussi Caviglia, for example. That can be one of the names that can go the other way. Nicolussi Caviglia there, Calafiori to us. And not only, because you know it, Koopmeiners is one of the players that we are targeting. Zirkzee is another player. There is always the name of Greenwood. There are a lot of players named in that list of Giuntoli. Again, just need to activate it, and the day to start activating it. And I don't want him to go to sleep. I don't want Giuntoli to go and celebrate. I just want Giuntoli to activate this evening. While we will be live saying, okay, we can start, I want Giuntoli immediately taking his phone and starting calling the clubs, the agents. That's what I want to do this evening. We see each other after the game here, post-game live. Forza Juve, as always. Grazie, Forza Juve.